Welcome back, everyone, to the Atomic Islands, where today we are going to be doing a little bit of treasure hunting. And since treasure hunting is a type of puzzle, and puzzles are a bit cryptic, I would presume that means that the element for today is going to be Krypton. Because I really can't think of anything else you could do with Krypton other than associate it with puzzles. Yes, I presume you could associate it with Superman or something like that, but I suspect that there will be things like trademark issues or something like that if I built a giant Superman S or something of the sort. So instead, I'll think of something on the cryptic side, and I have a feeling we're going to run into drowned here. Alright, yeah, any drowned? Yeah, there they are. They don't disappoint you. They come after you. There you go. Let's get up before I die. Good. Any others? Alright, step one to our little treasure hunt is to get rid of all the drowned. Okay. Now that is a pretty far down ship. Fortunately, I did bring with me a door, which of course is I would like to get how about there? There we go. Whew. Okay, so now let us see if there's anything here. Ooh. It's dark here, that's what it is. And that's because we've got ice up ahead of us. Maybe these seas are a little bit darker or something like that. Actually, one of the things I want to do is to how about plopping a boat right not a boat, a bed right there, okay. That way if I do need to sleep I could go there. Of course I put the door right here. Trouble getting into and out of through this door. Alright. Let's see if I can find anything else in here. Okay. Well, this is going to take a while, I can see. Uh-oh. Ooh, boy. It's hard to tell whether you're out of breath or if you're at full breath. That's one of the tricky things in here. Doesn't seem to be much of a distinction. Alright, here we go. And let's see. Ooh, emeralds, that's nice. And lapis. And axe has fallen down. Oh, boy. Okay. Now what happens if I turn it that way? If I switch the door to the opposite direction? I can't figure out how to get into it. We need light. That's what we need. Very poorly lit. Alright, see if I could manage to find an air pocket, that would be really great. Well, so much for that idea. This, I think, is going to take me a while. What? Oh! Ugh! I completely lost track of where that door is. I need need that door to be where I can see it. I decided to chop down one of the masts to a point where I could still see, and that's helping me to see things a little bit better. So hopefully I'll be able to keep track of that mast so I have some place to go without going too, well, still not perfect. I'm trying to see if I can find a second one. I did get all the lapis and emeralds from the other place, but I still need to get to the other treasure chests because one of them surely is going to have the thing that I am looking for. But not yet. I did find a chest in the hold, and it included mending leather boots? Too bad it wasn't iron. And protection 4. +2 armor, +1 armor, protection 4. Interesting. I'll wear that for now. It would have been really nice, though, if it had something like aqua affinity or water breathing or something nice like that. And I think that's it for that chest. Now the question is there a third chest? Well, I can't get to that door now. Ha! I didn't find a third chest, and I had a lot of trouble going through there. I got some spruce from various things in there. I got a nautilus shell off of a drowned, 6 good potatoes, 2 mini poisonous potatoes, and some wheat, some lapis, a couple of pieces of armor, and some gold nuggets. I got the gold off of a drowned. So not a very good haul, and no treasure map. And I was hoping to have a nice little treasure hunt with the treasure map, and sorry, not today. But we are, because of the tricky things are and how cryptic they are, I think it is still going to do a little homage to Krypton. But first, I want to, well, get my hoe and plant some potatoes. For the potatoes, I'll just create an extra row for the crops here and plant the potatoes. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And hopefully that'll help things along. Meanwhile, we could plant a few of these. Now, the question is, how are the chickens doing? But that's all fine for that. Pumpkins are doing fine, and I'm getting closer and closer to finishing up the wheat field. Ooh, an egg. It appears I'm going to need a chicken coop because I had just made a baby chicken, and the baby chicken decided to go for a swim, and apparently got stuck behind its parent and died. So therefore, I'll just have to make a coop where they're not going to go and wander off and get themselves killed, because this place is apparently dangerous. Because I started out with 2 chickens, I've bred at least 3, and I think I have 2 chickens. There you go. 1 chicken pen, and hopefully that'll keep them alive and make it easier for me to find them when I need them. I may have to do the same thing for the sheep at some point to keep track of them. But that'll be for later, because I need to finally get over to that island and start to prepare it for my Krypton build. For Krypton, I'll be doing a bit of puzzle art, and I'm going to be doing that on this island, so I flattened it out to make pixel art a little bit easier. And I'll be using a sandstone background, so you can see all the sandstone here. Eventually I'll be replacing any sand with sandstone, and I'm also going to have sections with dirt in it, though I'm making sure that I have grass here for the moment so that the grass will spread to the dirt. If worse comes to worse and I lose all my grass, which I'm going to try to be careful not to, I should have... Okay, I think I left it at the tower. A Silk Touch pickaxe still, so I could be able to pick up a grass block or two if necessary. But I don't think it'll be necessary because I'm trying to get some grass to spread over here, and this is planning to be the base of my pixel art because I'm going to be doing a question mark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the stem go here, then it's going to move back, curve around, and then go up like that. It's not going to be the most comfortable. Actually, maybe I don't fill that in because that way I can wait to pull it in when it comes up because it's going to come all the way around like that. Now, coming up with the exact shape I need, of course, is going to be the real challenge since I'm not used to doing pixel art, and the shape of this island isn't perfectly conducive to what I have in mind. So I'm going to see what happens if I give it a, let's try 3 wide at the moment and see if that works. I made a first go at it and decided to check it against this map. And yeah, I will be getting that stem in the middle as soon as it turns green. And the idea there is to have the grass green go all the way through here. So I won't be needing that section there unless I have some other idea for it. Probably something that else to look cryptic. The entire idea is to have things that have to do with a cryptic nature, and obviously a question mark fits that bill. So the idea is to have a green question mark and perhaps maybe a little symbol up here to go with that. So let's head back to the island and see if I could encourage grass to grow a little bit. So again, how about just a smaller question mark to go here? That could be our big question mark. This could be a small one. So 1, 2. So I figure 1, 2, 3. I'll go 5 here within. The idea here is to have only 1 block wide here. As soon as the grass grows there, we could remove that one. Then move here, up here, up here, up here. Yeah. A small question mark, I think, will take advantage of this greenery here and add a little bit of a touch to it. So, question marks. As I said, this is for the element Krypton. I figure I will replace the sand with sandstone as soon as I'm satisfied with how everything works. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, 4 is way too much. 4 way too much. I think 3 will be the operative value, though of course I will have to check this against the 1, 2, I think 1 more. I think that will be it. And that's already creeping around there good, so that means I could get rid of the excess at top. There you go. Needs a bit to grow in, but I think as soon as everything grows in, that will actually look just nice. I don't think there's much else to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that grow, and as I let it grow, I will replace sand with sandstone so that I'll have a nice consistent background for the question marks to work with. Now maybe a third Question mark out of a different material? I don't think so at the moment, but we'll see what the final product screams at me when the rest of this finishes growing. We now have a nice flat area here with our question mark, and this question mark is now completely green, which means I can place a piece of sandstone right here so that we could have our dot. And over here I've already filled in the dots, since now that area is all green. So everything is green in my question marks except for a couple of stragglers right up here at the final curve there. And I've got the entire upper section in sandstone, though I'm now wondering if it would look nice if I created some stairs. Let's see how this looks. Unfortunately, I only have 16 of these, so I'll just try it on one side, and then we'll see how it looks on the map. And if it looks good on the map, then we may increase the size of what we've got. Well, oops. Well, then let's throw in a pair of these, and that maybe should fill in the side. I figure one side should be enough. I'm not going to have enough for that. Right. Well, that is the thing about using sandstone, is that 4-to-1 ratio with sand versus sandstone, and that gets me every time. Now let's see how that looks on the map. Ooh. Pretty nice. It looks like that the stairs don't make much of a difference there, because it looks pretty much the same, both where the stairs are or where they aren't. I better put this on here so I could point to where I'm talking about. This should be where the stairs are, right over here. And though that's the block where you don't, and I don't see much difference. So it doesn't really make a difference on the map. Now you may be wondering, why am I doing this little pixel art thing here? And that's because one of my main builds for this season will be to do a complete periodic table using a map and pixel art on the ground in order to do that. And I figure I haven't done that before, so question mark I thought would be a good way of getting a little practice in there. So that's one of the reasons for that. That, and I figure some of these, that'll be the only way to get a representation of why I'm trying to go into there. Now, oh, they're trying to hide their eggs there, aren't they? Okay. Thank you. Oops, half a dozen. That's nice. Well, the wheat farm is getting pretty close to complete. There are a couple that still need to fill in, but other than that, it's coming out pretty much to size. We've got our I made a mistake. Yeah, I don't want any radishes here. No, I want potatoes. I'll get rid of those radishes. Or beets, I guess they're beets. I don't know if any of those are potatoes or not. Well, when they grow up, I'll see what they are, and I will replace the... Oops. Well, that was only a single one. Alright, I still need a little bit of work on recognizing potatoes when they are fully grown, obviously. So that still needs a little work there. As for the chickens, there you go. That'd probably be the full population I need, because once I get past that point, I wind up with so many eggs that I'm drowning in them. If you call the Temple of Elemental Evil series, where I had a small little chicken farm in there, and I was overflowing with eggs by the end of the season. So let me get that, and well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just making sure that I keep up with my pumpkin pie, that I don't run out at a bad time. Good. Good. And now let's see what's left to do. All that's left is to post a sign. My convention will be that if it's on the right side, it means that the build is on the current island. So Carbon is the current island with all the farms. And the left side, it will mean that the build is on a nearby island. Because I'm not going to be placing a visitor center on Krypton since the map we have already covers it. So therefore, I will place this here, and that will be element 36, and that will be KR. So this is our first element that requires 2 letters on it, and Krypton, and finally 83.798, which would be our atomic weight. And that concludes that build, and that concludes this episode. Oh, those turtles, they just love those boats, don't they? So next time, I am going to go out on a search. I'm going to go out on a search for the island that I want to be the home of the periodic table pixel art that I spoke of earlier. And I think that's going to be up somewhere in... It'll be up to the northeast, I believe, is where it's going to be. So I just have to find northeast, right? What could be so hard about that? Well, that's east. That makes that north. So that'll be out somewhere in that direction. Will we find it or will we get lost? We'll find that out the next episode in the Atomic Islands.